In our recent video about the 48 laws of power, we discussed law number 39, which says to make a virtue of necessity. Now let's move on to another law that can help us in our personal and professional lives. And this is law number 45, preach the need for change, but never reform too much at once. Have you ever heard the phrase, too much of a good thing is bad? Well, this law tells us why. It's a lesson from history. Do you remember the Philippine Revolution against Spain? Our Filipino ancestors had long suffered under the Spanish colonial rule. They yearned for freedom and independence. And when the revolution started, they fought bravely against the Spaniards. But as the war dragged on, the Filipinos began to lose steam. The Spaniards were not easily defeated. Their colonial machinery was too strong, and their determination to hold on to power was relentless. But the Filipinos were not the ones who lost hope. It was the Spaniards who did. Why? Because they underestimated the Filipinos' capacity to endure and adapt. They thought that the Filipinos would tire out soon and give up. But they were wrong. The Filipinos, though exhausted, were willing to endure more. They had tasted freedom, and they wanted it more than anything else. This endurance led to the eventual downfall of the Spanish colonial rule in the Philippines. The same principle applies to our personal and professional lives. When we try to reform or change something or someone too quickly, those around us may resist, because they are not used to the pace of change. They may even rebel, just like the Spaniards during the Philippine Revolution. But if we take the time to adjust gradually, then people will have time to adapt and change will be less threatening. This way, we increase our chances of achieving our goals without unnecessary conflict. Let's take, for example, the workplace. If you are a manager or a supervisor, you want your team to work more efficiently so that the company can become more successful. So you decide to change the way things are done. You introduce new systems and procedures, and you expect your team to follow suit immediately. What do you think will happen? Your team may resist the change because they are not used to working like that. They may even sabotage your efforts to change things. But if you introduce the changes gradually, allowing your team to adjust along the way, then they are more likely to accept the changes and work with you to achieve the company's goals. This law teaches us that we must be patient when trying to change something or someone. We must give people time to adapt to the changes we want to make. Otherwise, our efforts to change things may backfire. Remember, my friends, the pace of change must be just right. Too slow and people will get bored and lose interest. Too fast and people will resist and try to pull you down. Just like the Spaniards who underestimated the Filipinos' endurance and determination during the Philippine Revolution, we must be careful not to make the same mistake in our personal and professional lives. Let us learn to pace ourselves and to be patient when trying to bring about change. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this, please subscribe to this channel. Until next time, I wish you all the best in your life and career. Take care and God bless you.